Somewhere in the Sahara Desert, under a sky full of stars, something small is moving through the sand. You would never notice it. It weighs less than a grape. It moves in silence. But if you get too close, it will put you in a hospital bed within the hour. This creature is the Deathstalker scorpion. And hidden inside its body is a liquid so rare, so complex, so extraordinarily powerful that scientists, surgeons, and billion-dollar pharmaceutical companies are in a global race to collect every single drop. The price of that liquid, $39 million per liter. More expensive than any diamond, more valuable than any metal on Earth, and it might one day save your life. Stay with me, because this story gets stranger and more extraordinary with every single step. Its scientific name is Leiurus quinquestriatus, but researchers simply call it the Deathstalker, and that name is not an exaggeration. It lives across North Africa and the Middle East, in Egypt, Tunisia, Israel, Iran. Not in some distant jungle, in places where people walk, work, and sleep every single day. It is pale yellow, almost the exact color of dry sand, 3 to 4 inches long, nearly invisible in its natural environment, and completely silent. The Deathstalker does not hunt humans. It only strikes when it feels cornered or trapped. Most stings happen because someone reached into a shoe or a dark corner without looking first. But when it does strike, the consequences are brutal. The venom triggers an uncontrolled release of neurotransmitters. The heart accelerates violently. The lungs begin to fill with fluid. In a child or an elderly person, it can be fatal within hours. And yet, inside that same venom, scientists have found something that looks less like a weapon and more like a miracle. $39 million per liter is not an exaggeration. It is the real, documented market value of pure Deathstalker venom. And when you understand why, it changes everything. A single scorpion produces approximately 0.006 milliliters of venom per milking, less than a single raindrop. To collect 1 full liter, you would need to milk a scorpion over 1 million times, 1 million individual sessions, 1 million moments where a human hand comes dangerously close to one of nature's most efficient killing machines. There is no shortcut. Every drop is extracted 1 scorpion at a time. But the price is not just about difficulty. It is about what is inside. Deathstalker venom contains over 150 distinct biochemical compounds. Among them are 3 molecules that have completely captured the attention of the global scientific community: chlorotoxin, cherrybotoxin, cytotoxin. Each one acts like a precise biological key, unlocking a very specific door inside the human body. You were probably thinking, why not simply synthesize these compounds in a laboratory? Scientists can reproduce certain peptides artificially, but the full venom, with all 150 molecules interacting together in ways we still do not fully understand, remains beyond our ability to replicate. The complexity is systemic, and that single drop remains to this day irreplaceable. This is where the story stops being about fear and starts being about hope. Brain cancer is one of the hardest conditions to treat, not just because of the biology, but because of the geography. During an operation, healthy brain tissue and cancerous brain tissue look almost identical to the human eye. Cutting too conservatively means leaving cancer behind. Cutting too aggressively means destroying the person you are trying to save. Then came chlorotoxin. Researchers at the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Center in Seattle discovered that chlorotoxin binds almost exclusively to cancer cells, ignoring healthy tissue entirely. When attached to a fluorescent compound, it makes malignant cells glow bright green under a specific wavelength of light. They called it tumor paint. For the first time, surgeons could see cancer in real time during an open operation. The tumor lights up. The healthy brain stays dark. This single discovery, born from the venom of a desert scorpion, has already changed the outcome of brain surgeries around the world. But that is only one piece of this story. Charybdotoxin targets specific potassium channels that play a critical role in autoimmune responses. When these channels malfunction, the immune system begins attacking the body itself, causing multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, and type 1 diabetes. Clinical trials using compounds derived from charybdotoxin are currently underway, showing genuine early promise. And then there's pain. Certain peptides within Deathstalker venom suppress pain signals with remarkable efficiency without the addiction profile of opioids. Research into venom-derived analgesics is now considered one of the most promising frontiers in modern pharmacology. Cancer surgery, autoimmune disease, the opioid crisis, three of the most urgent medical challenges of our time, all potentially transformed by the venom of a creature most people would kill on sight. Knowing this venom can change medicine is one thing. Actually getting enough of it is another problem entirely. In Morocco, Tunisia, and Egypt, trained professionals collect venom from live scorpions in specialized facilities. The process uses either mild electrical stimulation of the stinger or careful manual pressure to extract each droplet. Both methods require working in extremely close proximity to a live, agitated deathstalker. One moment of distraction, and the handler is stung. There is no immunity. Every sting is a medical emergency. This reality has given rise to scorpion farming, controlled breeding facilities where thousands of deathstalkers are kept and regularly milked. These operations are growing, but they remain slow and limited. Engineers have attempted to solve this with robotics. Prototype automated milking systems have been developed by research teams across Europe and North America. The concept is logical. Automate the process, remove the human hand, multiply the output. But the reality has been more humbling. Mechanical extraction creates stress in the scorpions that alters the biochemical composition of the venom itself. The molecular profile shifts, and in a substance where precision is everything, inconsistency is not acceptable. Experienced human milkers continue to produce higher quality venom than any robotic system currently available. Meanwhile, pharmaceutical companies are investing hundreds of millions of dollars into venom-derived drug development. And here is a fact that changes the scale of this story completely. There are over 1,500 scorpion species on this planet. The Deathstalker is the only one whose venom has been studied seriously. Every other species remains, from a pharmacological perspective, almost entirely unknown. Each one spent millions of years evolving its own unique biochemical arsenal. Each one is potentially its own pharmaceutical library, waiting, unexplored. Scientists are now combining venom-derived compounds with nanoparticle delivery systems, microscopic carriers that transport a drug directly to a cancer cell and release it with precision, leaving surrounding healthy tissue completely untouched. We are standing at the very beginning of something extraordinary. We began this story in the desert, in the dark, with something small and silent and dangerous moving through the sand. We end it with a different understanding of what danger actually means. The Deathstalker has been feared for thousands of years. It still sends thousands of people to hospitals every single year. But fear is rarely the complete story. Inside the most lethal venom on Earth lives a compound that makes brain tumors visible to surgeons. Inside that same venom lives a molecule that may quiet the immune system's attack on its own body. And inside it lives a peptide that could offer millions of people relief from pain without destroying their lives in the process. $39 million per liter. That number represents decades of research, thousands of hours of dangerous extraction work, and the courage of scientists who looked at one of nature's most feared creatures and asked, "What else is this?" The most dangerous animal in the desert was never just a threat. It was a library, and we are only now learning how to read it. 1,500 scorpion species. We have seriously studied exactly one, and it already contains the foundations of treatments for brain cancer, autoimmune disease, and chronic pain. What is waiting inside the others? If this story changed the way you see the natural world, then don't just keep it to yourself. Take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. What surprised you the most? What challenged what you thought you knew? Your perspective might open someone else's eyes too. And this is just the beginning. Next week, we're diving into a story that sounds almost unbelievable. A spider whose venom has the power to stop a stroke in just 12 minutes flat. Yes, you heard that right. A creature many fear could actually hold the key to saving lives. Trust me, this is one episode you absolutely do not want to miss. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next story.